Belize for 40 years.
Good afternoon, Belize. It's midday, and you're tuning into the news at noon, where we bring you the latest updates from around the country. I'm Misana Cayetano, and here's what's making headlines today. No bail for Christy Guzman. She faces manslaughter charge in domestic dispute shooting. 2 men charged with attempted murder after brutal beating leave security guard in coma. The opposition.
News 5 at noon is being brought to you by Insurance Corporation of Belize, serving Belize for 40 years.
Good afternoon, Belize. It's midday, and you're tuning into the news at noon, where we bring you the latest updates from around the country. I'm Misana Cayetano, and here's what's making headlines today. No bail for Christy Guzman. She faces manslaughter charge in domestic dispute shooting. 2 men charged with attempted murder after brutal beating leave security guard in coma. The opposition slams soaring food prices, bread up 30%. Belizeans are feeling the crunch. And PAC pumps $3.2 million into climate resilience. 4 new projects to protect Belize. These stories are coming up in just 1 minute.
When I was a student, ICB was there to protect me, ensuring my education and future. When I got my first car, ICB was there to protect me, providing excellent coverage and peace of mind on the road. When we moved into our first apartment, ICB was there to protect us, securing our belongings and giving us a sense of security. And when we got our first house, ICB was there for us, protecting our home and everything we've worked so hard for.
At every step of your life's journey, ICB is there for you. For more information, call 224-5328 or visit our nearest branch.
Welcome back. On Monday, the Magistrate Court denied bail to 21-year-old Christy Guzman. She's now facing a manslaughter charge after Wilson Hernandez was fatally shot during a domestic dispute last weekend. Police say Hernandez was in a heated argument with his common-law wife when she handed her licensed firearm to her niece, Christy Guzman. Moments later, Hernandez was shot and killed. Now his family is speaking out. Brian Matute, Wilson's brother, says he's not satisfied with the manslaughter charge and is demanding full justice for his sibling. He shared his frustration with News 5 earlier today.
Well, I was only going to say that he's a humble person. He's a respectful guy. He's not a traumatic person. It's not like, I want to say anything, a way that, it traumatized us, but, we just want to have justice to come to the end. The charges is not really, I wanted to make it be as murder. I'm not agree with manslaughter because it's like you can get free out, It's not right that it should be manslaughter. It should be charged as murder because it's like he's not like he's alive. He's passed away.
What's your interpretation of what that surveillance video shows?
Well, the thing is that they had a conflict with each other. Nothing aggressive. Nothing in a way of violent way. Just that he was approaching her to get his car keys. Nothing regardless of what people are saying.
A domestic dispute spiraled into violence, leaving 1 man fighting for his life. 35-year-old Alfredo Murillo, a security officer from St. James Street, is in critical condition after being brutally beaten during a confrontation on Bayman Avenue. Police say it all started just after midnight on September 4th, when Murillo got into an argument with his girlfriend. Things escalated quickly when 2 men joined in, and that's when the situation turned deadly serious. Those men, now identified as 19-year-old Zephania Chaplin and 20-year-old Jeremy Valencia, have been charged with attempted murder. They appeared in court on Monday, unrepresented, and were denied bail due to the severity of the charge. Both are now on remand at the Belize Central Prison until December 8th. Investigators say Maria suffered a severe head injury and had to be rushed to the KHMH, where he remains in an induced coma. Police are continuing their investigation into what sparked this violent attack. From the rising price of bread to the soaring cost of fuel, Belizeans are feeling the squeeze of inflation. At Monday's opposition press conference, Lee Mark Chang pointed to the sharp rise in food prices, with bread alone rising more than 30%. Among other food staples, the increasing cost of everything is only crippling the Belizean people. He added that Belizeans should not have to accept that food and basic necessities are too expensive. Furthermore, the well-being of the people is foremost the government's job.
In July 2024, butane was $118 a cylinder. Now it is $130. That is a 10% increase within 1 year. And it might go up again. Bread, in 2024 July, it was $1.75. Today, it's about what, $2.10, $2.15? That's crazy for bread. Bread to go up, and that's about 30-35% increase. Carrot is up 17%. Lettuce, cucumber, and this is only for July, you know. When you talk about the trend compared from last year to this year, we have to mix it up sometimes. Even chicken, they go up. Fruits and juices up 11.7%. Also in July, water 10.7%. Imagine water to go up, but no soft drink. No believe me? Check the Manala and the SIB report. Also of note, housing is through the roof, and I mean through the roof. And the economy is only getting weaker with weak overnight tourists and the agriculture sector. There is no hope for sugar in sight. Tourist hotspots is literally dead, DED, Jules, DED, dead. If this is a step and track inflation government we have, we need to take them off track.
Belize is stepping up its fight against climate change in a major way. The Protected Areas Conservation Trust has announced over $3.2 million Belize dollars in new grants to boost climate resilience across the country. The announcement came during Belize's very first Climate Finance Forum, and these funds will power 4 major projects that touch everything from protecting our forests and rivers to strengthening disaster response in vulnerable communities. First up, a massive effort to safeguard the Makal and Mopan River watersheds. This one alone gets $1.5 million and will run for 3 years. Next, the Ladyville Fire Station is getting a big upgrade to improve fire response in climate-sensitive areas. Then, the Belize Zoo is leading a project to manage wildfires and protect wildlife habitats. And finally, a flood disaster mitigation plan for Orange Walk and Toledo, because we all know how devastating floods can be. Altogether, these projects will directly impact more than 48,000 people in 15 communities over the next 5 years. And this is just part of a bigger picture. Earlier this year, PACT funded 4 other projects, bringing the total investment to $10 million for climate resilience. PACT says these efforts focus on 5 key areas of protecting forests, water, fighting wildfires, creating alternative livelihoods, building national capacity for climate finance, and improving disaster risk management. That's a wrap for the news at noon. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit greaterbelize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes on Thursday morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.
News 5 at noon was brought to you by Insurance Corporation of Belize, serving Belize for 40 years.
Every night, I bring you the stories that matter, delivering the facts with professionalism and heart. As an anchor, my goal is to keep you informed, connected, and engaged with the world around us. But the news isn't just about the headlines. I'm Sabrina Daly, and each week we look on the bright side with stories that inspire, uplift, and celebrate the strength of our community. Join me every night as we uncover stories that inform, inspire, and connect us. I am News 5.